If you're looking for how to make your NITEHARTS inspired trap drops sound more professional and industry ready, well, you've come to the right place. Because in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a drop that sounds like... Now, the key to achieving this sound comes down to what I call the 3 M's. Hi, I'm Ash, welcome back to my channel, and I show you how I make music to help you make better music, and because I don't believe in clickbait, the 3 M's I'm referring to are movement, memorability, and glue. Couldn't think of a third M word. So if you're ready to frick the speakers up, respectfully tap the like button and let me know what your ideal rave banger is down in the comments. Or if you're feeling shy, drop an emoji representing speakers, because I need the engagement. With all that out of the way, let's get into the first M. Now, the first part of making an energetic drop is through movement, and this is done through one main element. First, we'll set the BPM to 150, and yes, I'm talking about our drums, specifically our kick and our snare. In the drop, on every 3, let's put a snare, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how when I say 3, the snare is on there? Next, put your kick pattern into something that looks like this. Follow along where I have those, and that'll sound like... We do that 3 times, but on the 4th time through, we're gonna take a page from UK Drill and put the snare on the 4 instead of the 3. This will help us shake up the pattern a little, however, it feels a little disjointed. I'm also putting the kicks in a little bit of a different pattern like that too. And doesn't really add movement, even though I've been going on about that. So here's how we're gonna fix that. We're gonna tie all of this drum beat together with hi-hats on the 8th note. Crash on the first beat. And give the crash a little extra tail with some white noise. Okay, a lot of extra tail. Also, for a subtle form of movement, you can use a sub bass. Play it on the quarter note so that you have constant movement in the high end with the cymbals and in the low end with the sub bass. That way, by setting your drums up like this, you have a driving foundation that creates energy by giving your listeners something to latch onto. More importantly, that element they latch onto cannot help but make them want to move. And altogether, that sounds like... However, this movement is not enough. We need to enhance it with the next M, which is... Do you know about this DistroKid feature? Sponsor time, baby. As an independent artist, a great way to look professional on Spotify is by adding those cool looping videos to your song. Beyond looking sick, they're a great way to add visuals beyond album art and aren't as big a commitment as music videos. These are called canvases, and guess what? By linking your DistroKid account to your artist account on Spotify, you get access to add canvases to your own music. Linking your account also gets you the instant verification checkmark for your Spotify page, and this is all free and included with your DistroKid account. You get unlimited uploads, you keep 100% of the royalties, and that's only for $23 a year. But if you scroll down right now to the description and click my VIP link, you'll get a little discount. 7% off your first year using my VIP link. What are you waiting for? Go make your music not only sound great, but look great as well. Sign up for DistroKid, use my VIP link to do it, and I will forever be grateful to you. Oh, sick, you did it? Awesome. Now, back to the video. Speaking of memories, I'm sure there were some core memories formed for those who attended NITEHARTS, and it's the first time I've ever felt FOMO for a festival in a minute. Judging from the videos I saw, there was an immaculate energy. I like that it focused on artist curation as opposed to over-the-top production, and I love the whole industrial and DIY aesthetic. Now, essentially, memorability comes down to how singable your drop is. While it's cool to try and find the most crazy sound design techniques, in reality, you could be wasting your time because what really sets your drops apart is how singable it is. Like, think about it. No one is trying to sing a convolution reverb that you're trying to ring mod into a grain delay, which is sidechained into a spectral compressor that turns into a heavy hitting hybrid trap drop. Like, who on earth would actually do that? No! Most ravers are simply singing the melody that you write. So, taking this into account, let's make a lead. I'm using Serum here. Notice how the melody is pretty simple, and I'm using mono along with glide so that you have a very fundamentally strong sound, one that cuts through the song. The glide also lets me use these slidey notes where I've got a lower note sliding into a higher note, and if they are played on top of one another like this, so if this note is overlapping this note, you get a little glide, and that's where that glide comes from. I've also done a little trick here. These are just really short notes. You can use these as extra transients to give punch to your note because it's hidden and then slide in at the same time. As opposed to taking these notes away, taking the slide away, and it just kind of sounds more plain like this. Adding these types of slide notes, overlapping notes that you know will glide into one another just sounds so The other thing I've done is working to find notes that are only a semitone apart, especially in this genre. So from A sharp or B flat to A. This is called a chromatic movement, and that's what makes the melodies in this genre sound the way they do. So if you can nail this type of melody here, get a lot of practice writing stuff like this, it'll make your song more singable. As for processing, I use amp to fatten up the lead so that it's the main thing that you hear. And if it's the main thing that you hear, that means it's memorable. Layer on a vocal chop as well on the first note of your lead to add that extra bit of punch. And then who knows, maybe the vocal subconsciously causes your listener to focus on this part as a singable thing. What's he cooking? You can also thicken up the lead by duplicating it. This is the difference of space between each notes. Honestly, for this one, I just kept bringing down the notes until they sounded good. So experimentation is good. But the goal here is to add a little harmonic density to serve as both variation when the drop loops around and to add some fullness as well. Together with the drums, that sounds like... Now, this sounds fine, but it still feels like it's missing something to tie it all together. And that brings us to our third M. Glue. And much like the movement layer, we need something that's not really singable, but is essential to the flow of the drop. And this is done through mid-range bass. Oh, that could have been the third M. Mid-range glue. Oh well. Well, the first mid-range layer is this classic sounding dubstep growl. Now this is something I sound designed, and if you want to know how I did it, take a listen to TikTok Ash. Do you want to see how to make the easiest dubstep growl in the world? Digital wavetable, and just pick any digital wavetable. Done. Wait, you gotta put LFO on wavetable position. It's GG. Okay, we're not done with this sound yet. Then the next step of this is band reject. We'll make it really growly. Yes, there we go. Thanks, TikTok Ash. Go follow. Now with that in place, you can also add in gigasub to match the rhythm. If you want to know what gigasub is, it's essentially just a sine wave or sub bass with noise, all flattened by OTT and saturator. I've also EQ'd out the mid lows to make room for both this growl and for the sub bass. So mixed together, those would sound like. Now this is playing on eighth notes, so it's another simple rhythm, and it just matches the hat movement to emphasize the lead. And with the drums, these two layers sound like... Now, do you hear the difference? Notice how this is more controlled and just follows the drum pattern more, almost like it just follows the movement layer. But when you have these three elements, that gives you a fantastic foundation to build off of in order to create these high energy trap drops. Now, there are certain things, take it to that next level, and that'll be our final touches. But I don't want this video to get too long, so I'm gonna save that topic for a different video. Make sure you subscribe and ding the bell if you don't want to miss that. However, I will not leave you with nothing. What I'll say is you gotta add some kind of your own personal expression to make it unique to you. And for me, for this song anyway, I thought it'd be fun to like sample a popular video game. Oh, shoot. That's my manager. One sec. What do you mean the game I'm sampling is 10 years old? No, I don't care. I like it. What do you mean too niche? Okay, fine. How about I put in this? And if you made it this far into the video, you're a legend. You could have been doing anything else with your day and decided to spend it here on my channel. So before I play the final, how would you add your own unique spin to this genre? What's your favorite way to make your music more memorable? Let me know down in the comments. Or if you're booking for NITEHARTS, hit me up down there too. That's gonna be it from me today. If you want a more in-depth look at this video, I have a start to finish version on my Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. Now go make some bangers.
Hello. Knocking you out like a lullaby.